America, welcome to another broadcast of Third Eye Knowledge. A lot of comments that I have assessed, and I'm going to answer a few of them tonight because I haven't answered them for a good couple days now. I don't understand either the point of the briefing, so I'm just going to say it because I had to do it over again. I don't understand the point either. It went on for 2.5 hours today, and after it was done and they stopped filming him and it was cut off, all that good stuff, hundreds and thousands of live chat comments were very heated comments. They were upset. A lot of fellow Americans kept saying how scared they were. Thanks a lot for nothing. And a lot of them were good to see people getting their own information and comparing it and calling it right out on the spot for Americans to get the proper information. What we're doing, if there's a lot of other countries concerned about what we're doing, because we have threats coming from all over the White House to China, to Russia, to, this one and that one, and what the health expert in the UK's medical industry dropped on Politico today, and also Washington Post, was, why would we continue to do PPE business and PPE with a country that is not making it fast enough? Because your president does not want to merge with said country to come up with a team of factories and companies pumping PPE. Those were a numerous amount of examples on which brought me here tonight to agree with a good amount of Americans, a good percentage that do not want these briefings aired anymore. We are not being informed of the current state of our congressional parties and the state of our economy. That's all we hear about, which is good. But when you're giving 10 to maybe no more than 5 to 10 minutes of Deborah Birx and Dr. Fauci, who are desperately trying to explain in a very small amount of time, we are making these breakthroughs in testing and this, that, and the next thing, but they do not have enough time to tell America. It's going to be coming out in certain times. That is also what your president, one of the biggest things our president does not want to deal with. One of the biggest lacking qualities in a leader is patience and perseverance. The lack of patience and perseverance, when they open Tennessee and they open those other states, which have a good amount of little red dots in them, that's going to spread all over the West Coast, down south and southwest, which New Orleans, Louisiana, Baton Rouge, that area already down there, is getting smashed with coronavirus. I agree with China on this one, and I'm going to piss a lot of people off saying this. Again, America does not have patience. The leadership and some parts of this country need to develop patience and perseverance quickly. I hate quarantine. I hate restrictions. I do too, America, but you know what? While you're playing indoor toilet paper kickball, some of us take a notebook and jot down fucking ideas, which I'm going to bring to America's attention now. One big ass example. We do need to start taking AI and robotics off the fucking, take it right off the trucks in this country and start putting it in restaurant kitchens, airports, bus stations, places where employees have to drive or operate public facilities of large gatherings, like Boston, for example. Let's use them. And start saving human lives by taking them out of certain environments. If any of you lived in Boston, you know how cold those subway stations get. You know how wet they get. And you know how many people gather in there on a daily fucking basis. It's not necessarily the riders and the passengers carrying, it's the employees who have to work in there hours on end. Driving city buses hours on end. Millions of people coming in contact with them. This is the stuff that they have not done. This is the stuff that they need to have done. Allowing full cooperation and physical working with every single head of hospitals in this country to work with physically in the office room across from tables with CDC, WHO, and really get to the bottom of how we would open this country without a resurgence. You are going to get a resurgence, America, and it's going to come back double the force. No patience, no perseverance, no plan, no patience, no action. That is why, to every single Trump supporter, and you guys are driving me crazy. What are you talking about? What do you mean? That's exactly what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. You don't understand why America's so scared and doesn't want to protest. That's why. While you're too busy being selfish about your fucking precious freedom. There was 2 to fucking 10 good ideas in that one segment from comments that I get every day on Third Eye Knowledge America. I get these comments nonstop. Why didn't they try this? Why didn't they try that? Why didn't they implement this? Because they're not thinking. They're not doing what we pay them with our tax dollars to do, or they're bailing out airline industries. That made $350 billion in profit last fucking year. They don't need a bailout. They have things that they want to tell the American people, but either Trump or somebody in Washington wants them to shut the fuck up. There's a lot of governors in this country too that want the president to shut the fuck up, so they hand them money, or Trump hands them money to make it seem good. Cuomo is very close with the Trump family. Don't let that fool you. Blasey, Cuomo worked with the Salerno brothers during the fucking mob days in the concrete industry. Look it up. There's a criminal right there. Not Cuomo, not Blasey, they're daddies. And like father, like son, don't forget that too. So that's what I wanted to bring to America's attention as well. While Trump supporters are clapping at him, you guys gotta change your thinking. Am I making fun of you guys? No. Am I talking shit to the Trump supporters? No. But I will say this. Wake the fuck up. If America finds out that there is Trump supporters physically supporting Trump in this country, I will say to worry about your safety. Because the country is angry, they're hurt, they're not getting good information, and they're not getting any plan of action from where the plans need to come from the most. The governors can have any plan of action, don't get me twisted on that. The governors can access things themselves, but America, again, they can't access anything in this country with this country shut down. That's why they wanted the Defense Production Act, America, because everything is shut down. The governors are going to call the companies that make this PPE, and what are they going to say? We're not open. So the federal government then, therefore, is supposed to get on the horn with these companies and tell them you have to go back in and make these products. They bitched about having to do that. America, the final example to get to the ending of my video, they're bitching about what they have to do for you every day. That's not a leadership. Again, why are they doing it then if they don't want to do it? So they don't have a fucking 770 million man riot in this fucking country. Because America, again, there is a lot of people that are willing and ready to go to war with the government for what they've done to our families, our friends, our children's friends, our children. 13 children died in Boston Children's Hospital, my son's age, my youngest son, and my oldest son's age. Trump didn't give him a shout out. Didn't give him a shout out, did he? Of course he didn't. He doesn't care. Obama would have walked right up to those families in that hospital and shook each and every parent's hand. He would have shook every parent's hand, made the time. He doesn't make the time for the people. Unless it's in his benefit and in his favor. So again, to end the video, America, not to take up more than 10 minutes of America's most precious time at this moment, remember what I said and what 60 million Americans are saying right now. Trump supporters, change your thinking. Try to see it from another perception. Number 2, keep getting your own information. Keep educating yourself with the real and accurate information. And number 3, stay conscious. If you see people protesting in your neighborhood, don't be afraid to knock 5. Save your lives. Keep them, excuse me, from putting everyone else in danger because they can't understand or try to become aware that this is a major, major American and world catastrophe. that we are going to someday need to come together and move forward and take back our country before they dump it. I hope everybody got the information they needed. I wish everybody a blessed evening. And to conclude the video, consciousness is on the rise. You remember, you are in the midst of a major battle of conscious revolution, human evolution. And whether or not we're ready, we are going to jump forward in our time, because the forces that are at work here are at full swing, working full time. I'm out.